Ali, it has been a long time coming, but here is part 5 of Pubic Enemies. He ha. Batman and Superman number 5. This is a story people blindly praise, even though it is a pile of shit. The plot is stupid. The character motivations are terrible. The characters themselves are written terribly. The only thing I get from this story is that the writer, Jeph he maybe likes the idea of Superman. He doesn't understand the character. He doesn't know how to really write him. But he likes the idea of Superman just enough that his one-dimensional take on him is the closest thing in this story to any characterization being true to the character. This issue is a total waste of time. Jeph has stated multiple times in this story that Batman is a loser, that Batman is pathetic. So with this issue, Jeph he wants to screw over both of the title characters, supporting casts. We have the Superman family here, Steel Superwoman, Superboy, and some Superwoman character I have never seen outside of this story, and I know about her. And then at the other end, we have the Bat family, we have Mockingbird, we have Robert, we have Nightbird, Dick Grayskull, and they have gone to free Batman and Superman, who are being held prisoner by Lenny Luthor. So what this comic is, it is an out-of-character Lenny Luthor one-upping and invalidating all these sidekicks with ease. Not the black one, though. Steel Superwoman, she is oddly the only one of all these characters to not even work up a sweat in this issue. I will reiterate, the only of these characters who is not a white person is the only one who doesn't suffer a crushing defeat. She is exempt from all this horrible bullshit where Lenny Luthor just Mary Sues every single character. Oh, Batgirl is there too. This Batgirl is Asian, but Asian isn't black enough for Jeph so she gets it bad too. Like here, we have Nightbird getting schooled by Lenny Luthor, and this is absolute bollocks. I think this entire issue is horrendous. It doesn't move the story along. It is a random interlude where Jeph brings out all these characters and then guns through them and makes Lenny Luthor own every one of them. Lenny Luthor's beaten Nightbird in a fight. Just like, fuck off. Jeph flagrantly thinks Batman is shit. That has been a very conspicuous tone of this entire story arc. So here, he has Lenny Luthor just make chump change out of all of the Bat family. And we also have the embarrassing attempts at some grander story. We have... This is like a reprieve from the rest of the garbage. We have Captain Atamant, we have Ant-Man, Superman, we have Metroid from the Eternals. I like all three of those things. I didn't like this, and it goes nowhere. But it is better than every character being purposely dumped on, except for, suspiciously, the black one, who does not have anything even close to a molecule directed at her by this writer. And so we have Superman and Batman. I'm not really going to talk about the crap with Stephen Ortman and Captain Marbles, because it is plain stupid. And also Lenny Luthor's, he defeated 3/4 of the Bat family off panel. And so it turns out Captain Marbles, him and Stephen Ortman, well, they are Superman and Batman in disguise. I hate this issue. I hate this story. I hate it too much. It has got pretty art, but a pretty shit script. A pretty shit idea. A pretty shit story all around. And look forward to issue 6, where I can get into Lenny Luthor's and how this story handles his character, which is something I have only touched on a little bit already, because I know that issue 6 is the one where I can best moan at length about how out of character and how absolutely hopeless the writing of him is. This is the second issue of this story arc that deserves this. I will say the art by Ed McGuinness is great, but the story and writing here is so bad that the art cannot save it from this. Oh, hello, Superwoman that I didn't know. Goodbye. Jeph Nobles doesn't have a clue. He never had a clue. He wrote some stories in the 90s that weren't awful, but they were, as all his stories are, elevated by an artist. Then he wrote awful stories. Then he went and ruined 2 of the most viewed TV shows on the planet. Then he came back to comics and wrote some more awful stories. Then his son died and he wrote even worse awful stories. And he subjected us all to his grieving process and his inability to move on from a tragedy. Everyone agrees that the stories he wrote after his son died are awful. But for some reason, stuff like this, which is just as shit as Red Hulk or Ultimates, this is treated like a classic. dross. Total dross. 7 thumbs up.